Welcome to Steel Curtain Productions. Please hit the likes and subscribe. Muchly appreciated. Thank you to my followers and the fans of this channel. Please share it with your friends and family. Muchly appreciated as we maintain trying to build an integral channel here as we've worked at. And it muchly appreciated. It helps the channel grow as we have a very good group of people that come to the site. And if you come across the channel, please don't leave without hitting the subscribe and likes. And please leave your comments at the end of the videos. And what we stick to is factual information on this particular podcast. We don't like to jump on hype and rumorville. It's not what we thrive on. We've built this channel in order to stick to factual information as it's broken down. So this is kind of we're going to get right to it. And I'm going to do a quick ad for Aura Contracting. If you have small projects or summer projects that need to be done, houses built, renovations, decks built, please contact Glenn Thomas. It's in the front cover page, his contact information, and the jobs he done are on that page. You can see the work's high quality, honest, working individual, and so good quality work at a good price. Okay, let's get down to what this tape is about. This is an update. Yes, it's a little late. It's after the first preseason game of the Steelers against Jacksonville, and they came out with a 31-25 victory. I don't like to get hyped, and if you have followed me at any time now, uh, you will know I don't get pumped and spin a bunch of tires on preseason games. I really don't feel you get a true evaluation of the club in preseason. I just don't think you're seeing the finished product of what you see when the season begins. So I don't get hyped. They're showing a lot of kids and seeing what these kids can do. And yes, the kids performed well. Seems like a young quarterback and a young receiver, Thomas, played very well. So or Williams, sorry, Williams seems to be showing some great signs. But they have some flashes. But again, I am a realist when it comes to the channel. So we noticed in the early setting of that game, the Steelers were maintaining, getting touchdowns, while the Jags tended to be field goals. And for me, this is, like I said, between it being preseason and the Jags are not a team that's in your upper echelon teams either. So to me, there's really nothing major to be overly hyped about. Thankfully, we only had one injury to report of, and I haven't heard the evaluation of that player. So other than that, it was a pretty healthy outcome afterwards. Players not, no injuries. That's always a good thing, as football being such a contact heavy duty sport. Uh, with that said, so they got the victory, but I won't be here spinning the wheels on them. And we know that there was an offensive lineman signed probably about days or a week before this game that was I guess he was a star in his time with the Falcons, but he's up there in age, around 33, 34 years of age. And again, I don't know, from this standpoint, I'm much about him other than I'm looking at it. Are we getting a little too heavy on ex-Falcon players or players? This team was not a strong team, the Falcons. So this doesn't overly. I don't get overly pumped. Yes, he was an ex-Pro Bowler, but what is he? What is he now? Is my question in the last couple seasons. So I would have to say, for me, um, I'm just finding we have a tendency, since we have gone, with assistant coaches from Atlanta, um, that we've kind of gone that direction, Arthur Smith. And I think we better watch ourselves going down just a road that way, because again, this was not an upper echelon. I don't care that he was a part of the organization. I think you got to be very careful and stick to picking top products. My concern is, why do we keep picking players that are so far into their career to that extent? Or, and then you're going to push your team high enough that you can't get a good draft, and that's been bothering me. Um, it's like we're settling for second or third best. They try to push for a playoff spot, and yes, I know the heat's on Tomlin's ass, and it should be. It should be by this time, because, like I said, this is a man that should have had more than one or two, one Super Bowl with the years that he had a stacked team. And yes, you can have a great winning record. To me, that means nothing when you had a team that they had and they were stacked. You should have had six Super Bowls, or 4 to 6, somewhere in that vicinity with that team. So you failed in that regard. So yeah, I might look like the negative Nancy. I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy. I'm being a realist. I'm very bothered with us getting these players like Aaron Rodgers. I'm not a happy camper about it. I've said that. I've been very public about it. Uh, Maybe if it was 5 or 6 years ago, I could see it. At this stage in his career, I can't see it. And I don't see us just purposely jamming ourselves to try to be in the playoff race and not be able to win a playoff game. We keep putting ourselves in that position, and then we lose out on a good draft position. There's a point in time when you have to accept that draft position so you can we need a top quarterback, and we're going to need it. So Aaron Rodgers is not the answer for the future. We're lucky if we have him this season and he stays healthy. Beyond that, your answers come. Where is our are we getting our quarterback from? So I feel we're shooting ourselves in the foot. Great that we had a 31-25 victory, but preseason's it is an utter joke to me. You're actually using a lot of third string players, so you're not getting a great. Steelers have done them well a lot of times in preseason, and then we see the season come, and then we see the true picture of what we are. So this means nothing. So anybody to be hyping this up, I can't do that. I can't do that. It's great that it gives some third stringers some play time. Maybe somebody jumps out and gets an opportunity from that group. But other than that, you're not seeing what our starting line's going to be. And again, I'm just going to continue to say I'm on that line where I feel we're shooting ourselves in the foot. I'm not a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. I did like him in his early years. I just think he's too far into his career. I think Aaron Rodgers is a very selfish player as well. I think that grew in time. So for me, I'm not a, I'm not overly, and you've probably heard my tapes of this season. I'm not overly thrilled. And again, so we get this great offensive lineman that's well over age, 34. What is he now? And just wonder, are we just going to keep picking up a lot of Atlantic Falcons because they were connected to Arthur Smith? Do you want a winning product? I'm not buying what Steelers are selling right now. And I love my team, but I've always been that with any team I support. When the tough times come, I will speak realities, and I do not see um, anything different than what we've seen in the last few years, other than, I don't know. We'll see when season begins. Are we worse shape or better? But we just keep filling play. It's like we plug holes with connections we make, and sometimes it's not the most elite player we should have went after for that position. You want to go for an offensive lineman, and which I would totally understand. Then why won't you get somebody that's more of the here and now? Um, what I mean, a reason, even at least, in the 27, 28 year range, more so middle, of his career instead of towards the end. I'm not buying it. So anyway, that was a victory. Some people can get on the cartwheels. I won't. Uh, I'm just not really understanding what we're doing. I haven't understood it for the last few years now. And yeah, again, I say I hope they surprise me. That's great and dandy. But Aaron Rodgers running around in a little fancy golf cart is nothing special to me. I know I've seen the ads, and yeah, it's always about being flashy. is what I find something that, attention wise. So for me, again, sorry that if it sounds like I'm not overly pumped, I can't be, because I just see us plugging holes with guys that have their best years are behind them. And I think we had an opportunity here, and we desperately needed that starting quarterback. You would want to get up in the rankings on the draft, and it's like we don't want to take that chance. And it's not that you need a total rebuild, but sometimes you do, and other times you need a retool. And the Steelers are, in my mind, a retool for sure. But it's like they're trying to avoid it and not admit reality. But we'll see what comes of it. I still say I'm going to cheer for my team, of course. I just don't like what I'm presented. Sorry, this means nothing to me seeing third stringers win a game. So we have Tampa tonight. We'll see how that goes. Again, exhibition. I don't put a whole lot of emphasis into it, and nor shall I. We'll see what happens when the season gets going, but signs are pointing to me that we're going to be in the same rut we've been in, and it may be just worse. I don't know. We'll see. Can't hard to judge at this point until the season gets rolling, but I do not see us improving. That's for certain. We'll see what happens. Great to have Metcalf. That, like I said, that for me was probably the best addition we made in a few years. Uh, so that I'm excited about, but that's really my only excitement. Um, so we'll go from there, and go Steelers go. Go Steelers Nation go. And thank you for watching. You've seen it here at Steel Curtain Productions, and we will come out next week with our spin on what happened in the game tonight against Tampa, the Buccaneers. Like I said, I mean, it was nice to see us get touchdowns in the preseason game, but I just can't put a whole lot of emphasis and stock into preseason games. So thanks for watching. You see it here at Steel Curtains Productions. God bless you. Catch you next time.